Why howdy guys, let me show you a quick miracle that you can do on the fly. All you've got to do is have a card selected. In this case, it's going to be, the 3 of hearts, baby. And we can actually put that into the center of the deck. Look at this, you'll notice it's going face down in that bad boy. We push it all the way in, just like so. And with a snap of the fingers, boom! Is that your card? No, but that would have been good. Look, let's try again with this one right here. Oh, baby, 2 court cards, still not your card. No, well, watch close. A little snap like that, and the whole entire deck flips around except for one card, dead center of the pack. And with any luck, that card is the 3 of hearts. Hell yeah! Boys! In this video, I'm going to be teaching you the turn down triumph, the trick you just watched. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. It's incredibly easy to do, and it's a winner every single time. It's an extremely powerful effect, and you'll be able to do it immediately after watching this video. Now, bearing in mind that this trick is for beginners, it's also a trick that I still use after 20 years of performing magic, and I know a lot of other people that still do this trick. It's so dang good, man. It's just good. But if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to be giving you some advanced tips, for example, how I turned the card over with one hand, that add these extra subtleties and make the trick a chef's kiss. So stick around for that, but before we get stuck into this tutorial, guys, I make videos every single Tuesday for Tutorial Tuesday. If you're into learning magic, you want to learn some cool stuff you can do at the bar or on the streets, or, you know, just for your family and friends, well, you've come to the right place. All you've got to do is subscribe and, of course, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the sick content that's coming out. And if you hit that notification bell, comment below, and I'll make sure that you're mentioned in the next video. Now, without wasting any time and without any further ado, let's dive into tutorial view. Alright, here we are in tutorial view. Now, if you're wondering what cards these are the glider back playing cards. Bicycle playing cards, very beautiful, and they're also marked. Don't worry, you don't actually need marked cards for this trick. I just think they're cool. Now, I'm going to be teaching this in 2 ways. One is just the bare bones nitty gritty, so that if you're just someone looking to impress your friends at school or, you know, maybe in the workplace, you can just learn this really quickly and go out and do it. And then after that, I'm going to be teaching some advanced tips and tricks, like turning the card over with one hand, which really helps sell the illusion in a totally new way. So if you're interested in that, stick around to the end. If you just want to learn the bare bones, let's get stuck into it right now. Now, for the bare bones of this trick, you're going to take 3 cards of the bottom and you're going to turn them face down so that the entire deck is facing one way, and at the very bottom, you've just got 3 cards facing the opposite way. You can just preset this. You don't need to try and get into that. And if you are going to do a trick, you know, just turn them over when nobody's really paying attention. They're not going to care. Now, once you've got the deck all set up, what you're going to do is ask your spectator to select a card. Now, if you can't do a fancy big hand-to-hand spread like this, that's actually totally fine. This trick will work well if you just push a few cards over like this, have them take one out. Let's say they take this card here. Now, in the instant moment when they take the card, there's going to be a moment where they take the card out and then they're going to bring it up to their face to look at the card. In that moment, you're going to put your thumb underneath the deck like this, and you're just going to turn it over all at once. Literally, straight away, don't even give it a second thought. Just boom, straight away, turn that deck over. And they'll miss that because their attention is focused on their selected card. So you're getting away with murder, my friend. Murder! So once they look at the card, you flip the deck over. You're then going to have them put the card back in the middle, just like so. You just tell them to slice it in there. Or if you're a little bit nervous that maybe they'll bump the cards and show that they're face up, what you can do instead is that when you take the card back, I like to bevel the deck a little bit like this, and I just say to my spectator, say stop wherever you want as I run the card down the edge of the deck. At a certain point, they will say stop, and that's when you push the card all the way flush with the deck. Now, at this point here, you're so far ahead and they don't even know it, and you get to really milk it. If you're not a magician, you get to do this moment where you say, I get 3 chances to find your card. Chance number 1, boom! Is that your card? They're going to say no, of course, but that's okay. You've got 2 more chances. Check it out. A tap. And now the top card is not their card. Oi. Alright, last time's a charm, a little wave and a snap, and now all the cards have turned face up except for their selection. Now, in order to have all the cards turned face up, all that's happening is with the top 3 cards, you're going to be turning one over, then another over, you put them both on top, and then you're just going to push over a block of cards, just a small block, so not as to expose that other face down card. You're just going to push over a small block, and as you spread through the cards, they'll all be face up except for one card. You can even let them take it, which is actually a really powerful moment, and when they flip it over, boom, it's going to be their card. You're going to be the coolest guy or girl in the entire world in that exact moment. And then life will return back to normal, and you'll probably have to learn some more tricks from my YouTube channel in order to keep up the charade. Now, truthfully, that's all there is to the trick. It's that easy. But if you want to learn a few of those extra subtleties that really help sell the illusion, we're going to dive straight into that. But before we do, I want to make a quick mention to my street magician dudes. There are now 6 of you bad boys, including Last in Line, clever name, RB, absolute legend, Josh G, another legend, Jake Grower, perfect, Bear Magic 2002, and Nicola Mazea. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and it really does help with my ability to continue making content. If you want to support the channel, you can think about becoming a member, or just subscribe if you're not already. Every little bit helps, it really does, you have no idea. I appreciate all of you regardless. Let's dive into the advanced instruction. Now, for the advanced instruction, I'm going to teach you a way that you can actually turn the 3 cards over in the middle of performance while they're burning your hands. The way that I do it is I do like a half pass like this. Now, in order to execute the half pass, all you're going to do is just push the cards across, get a break under the 3 that you want to flip over. I tilt the deck forward, okay? Keeping them in this kind of dealer's grip. I'm tilting the rest of the packet forward, and then I'm doing almost the exact same thing as when I turn the entire deck around, but just with these cards only. And once you square them up, they're going to be all set and nice and ready to go. So in a single movement, it should just look like that. Boom. And now you're ready to get stuck straight into the trick. Now for the trick, it's exactly the same. You have your spectator select a card, do a nice big hand-to-hand spread. In order to do that, what happens is as you spread the cards, you'll see I'm holding them between my pinky and my index finger, and I use those 2 to create a guide, and these 2 fingers at the bottom to be able to allow me to spread even further. The other hand, the thumb contacts the topmost card as deep in as it can go, and that means that my hands can actually contact more of the bottom of the cards, allowing me to get a nice big spread. To make it even, you just use your thumbs to work it across. You can see I'm gradually pushing out cards, and you'll end up eventually being able to do a very nice big hand-to-hand spread. Shit! Alright, I got caught lacking. I was just staring at the monitor here. But yeah, nice big hand-to-hand spread really does help sell the illusion. Once they select a card, you're doing the exact same thing where you turn the deck over. Of course, if you don't want to just turn the deck over blatantly, what you can do is you drop your hand to your side. Drop your hand to your side while they're looking at the card. When they're ready to return it, you just bring your hand up again, except you're just turning it up the other way. This creates a moment where the deck is just by your side, and then when they're ready to show it, you go, okay, we're going to put the card back in, and it really eliminates the possibility that someone could see you flip the deck over. So now the card's flipped over, their card's going to go back into the middle. Now what I like to do is I just put it back in the middle like this, and I do this little display like that. This shows more blue and creates the illusion that all the cards are face up. This bevel here that I've created, you can see I've slid a portion of the cards back, being careful not to expose the faces. I've just slid them back a little bit and then also showed the extra blue. This really does create a very convincing optical illusion of the card going in, everything getting squared up. It couldn't be any more fair. Now for the first card, I do that one-handed turnover. The reason is because you've got 3 cards, so you end up showing all that blue again. I do the one-handed turnover. It shows 2 face-down cards, and you're flipping the card over in a very fancy way. In order to do that, your thumb is just going to push across that one card, just a little, about a third of a card. And then your thumb will come back over here, and you're going to spring this top card like a little springboard, really. It's the best way to think about it. You're just going to be boing, just bouncing that card over, and it will just flip by itself. It is going to take a little bit of practice to be able to do it smooth. If you tilt the deck down slightly on an angle before you springboard, it means the card will go up and down more flat. If you try to hold it parallel to the floor and do it, there's a possibility that you'll overshoot and it will go flying over to the side. As you can see, it's flying over and then sliding back in. So to avoid that, just slightly tilt your hand down and then execute the springboard maneuver. Now by doing this, you're turning over the top card and still showing all the other cards seemingly face down, which makes it just so powerful. From here you can then take the next card. I like to put them together like this. I turn it over and then I rotate this card again. It's just constantly showing blue. You're flashing blue constantly, and it really creates the powerful optical illusion of the cards still all being face down. Now from here you just square them up and it's exactly the same as the OG. You just push off a block and of course reveal that their card is the only one that's face down. But all those subtleties combined creates one powerful illusion, and it will absolutely slay every audience you perform for. Well, there it is guys. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I'm not going to waste your time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Enchanté.